Feeling the breath behind her, Lewis did not panic at all. She knocked the other person's hands away, then quickly fired and hit the target. But as the mask was removed, Lewis froze on the spot, and with accurate information, she immediately led people to surround the entire church. Sure enough, on the pastor's desk, Lewis also found his criminal evidence. At this point, the murder case in Cholera Town was officially solved, and not long after, her colleagues at the police station also held a celebration for Lewis. But looking at the scene in front of her, Lewis could not feel happy at all, because at this moment, she was facing the most important choice of her life. Just at this time, her daughter also brought her some good news. It turned out that during the days Lewis was away on business, her daughter and Eddie had also gotten together, and the two of them had already decided that soon they would move to another neighborhood to live their own life together. Seeing how happy her daughter was, Lewis did not say much, because no matter what happened between her and Eddie, now all of that was clearly no longer important. As the scene changes, Lewis comes to the hospital where her husband is. She finds her husband's attending physician and proposes to give up treatment for her husband. After all, no woman can tolerate her husband's betrayal, and the nurse who had been taking care of her husband was also the person her husband once had an affair with.
Well, 2 days ago you held a gun to my head. And now you're asking me to end his life.
You were the one he was in love with. That is the only grace I can offer you.
Soon under the operation of the medical staff, Lewis' husband closed his eyes forever. After doing all this, Lewis then called the nun to her home, because there was always a doubt in her heart that relying on the pastor alone, it was impossible to carry out so many murders. The only explanation was that he had an accomplice, and that person was very likely the nun. And Lewis felt that this all seemed to be a plot planned by the nun, because from the very beginning, the nun's behavior was very strange. She appeared at every crime scene on time, and always gave answers at the most critical moments. Most importantly, the wall in her office. That information was all clues the police had not yet made public. Since she did not know where the nun got the information, she did not say much about it. After all, at that time, the power of the church was still very strong. But from that moment on, in Lewis' heart, she began to suspect the nun. And so there was the scene where she took the nun to the coordinate location, until the moment the nun went to stop the man in black. She was certain that the nun was very likely the mastermind behind the case.
Yes, this theorizing, this is something to this. Let's follow this thread, okay? And let's just say, and I believe that a very handsome Father Charlie was a true lady killer in every possible way. And then you showed up, this whimsical hybrid.
Lewis' words clearly pierced the nun's heart. She silently picked up the dining knife in her hand and just quietly stared at Lewis.
Viciousness of these murders. In an effort to get people back to your fading church, asses to masses was the only consummation you could get.